Shri Giriraj Govardhanju ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupa Paramhansa Parivrajaka Astoter Sati Shri Shiman Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupa Paramhansa Parivrajaka Astoter Sati Shri Shiman Srila Bhakti Rakak Sri Dardev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Srila Om Vishnupad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Jai, welcome to Sri Chaitanya SCSMission morning class. Dandavad. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurung Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakana Raghunatam Vitangstam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitangscha Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. Jai. All right, we are fortunate. Today is Jagannath Mishra's festival day, and tonight we will have another festival. To celebrate this wonderful day, we get to participate in this. This is a miracle. Of course, inconceivable. So, I'm continuing to read Sri Navadvip Dham Mahatmya and Navadvip Dham Bhavacharangi. I'm going to continue to read these books until I finish this book. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchit Ananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Shri Navadvip Dham Mahatmya Ki Jai. So now we're on page 327 of this book. And in the chapter Shri Vaikuntapur, Shri Rudradvip, and Shri Pulina. And the last verse of page 327. As Nityananda Prabhu spoke about all this history, the devotees suddenly arrived in Ritudvip. So they're walking along. Nityananda Prabhu is telling so many wonderful things from ancient times. Haribol. Prabhu Nityananda Bale E Rudra Kanda Bhagirati Prabhave Haila Duikanda. Nityananda Prabhu said, this is Rudradvip. It has been divided into two parts by the Ganga. Lokavasa Nahi Heta Prabhura Ichaya Paschimera Dvipa Deka Purva Parejaya. By the will of the Lord, people do not live here. See how this western island has moved to the east bank of the river. Hata haite deka ai Shri Shankarapura Shobhapaya Ganga tire deka katadura. From here see Shri Shankapur. See how far it shines along the bank of the Ganga. Shankaracharya jabe kare digvijay Navadvipa taye tata upatistahai. When Shankaracharya was conquering all directions, he came there to conquer Navadvip. Manate Vaishnava Raja Acharya Shankara Bahide Advaitavadi Maya Kinkara. At heart, Shankaracharya was a great Vaishnava. So he is Lord Shiva, of course. Only externally was he acting as a non-dualist and a servant of Maya. Nite ruta angsha shara pratape prachura pachana baudera mata pracharete sura. He was a highly empowered manifestation of Shiva, who was expert at preaching a conception of veiled Buddhism. So it is actually Buddhism, but trying to make it look like it's coming from the Vedas. Prabhura agyaya rudra e karya kare, ailena jabeteha nadia nagare, swapne prabhu gaura chandra dila darashana, kripakari baletare madhura vachana. According to the order of the Lord, Shiva performs his duty. When Shankaracharya came to Nadia, Gaurachandra revealed himself to Shankaracharya in a dream and mercifully spoke sweet words to him. Tumita amaradasa mama agyadari, pracharicha mayavada bahunya nakari. You are my servant, and following my order, you are very cleverly preaching illusionism. E navadvipadama mama priya ati, heta mayavada kabuna paive kati. Navadvipadama is very dear to me, and illusionism will never have a place here. Vriddha Shiva heta proda maya re laila, kalpita agamagane dena prachariya. Here, Vriddha Shiva and Proda Maya propagate imaginary interpretations of the scriptures to protect the Dham. Everybody can just go in their corner and think crazy things and not disturb the actual Dham. Mama Bhakta Gani Dvesha Kare Jai Jana Tahare Kevala Teha Karena Vachana. They deceive, however, only those who oppose my devotees. Estane sadarane mama bhakta hai, dushtamata pracharera stana ihanai. In general, my devotees reside here. This place is not for preaching misconception. Ataiva tumikara anjad Anyatragamana Nabadvipa Nakarapidana. Therefore, you should go elsewhere. Do not trouble the residents of Nabadvip. So he's preaching widely this misconception of Mayavad philosophy. He came to Nabadvip. Mahaprabhu said, go. Don't stay here. So apne Nabadvipa Tattva Janiyatakana. Bhaktyaveshe Anyadeshe Kadilagamana. Understanding the position of Navadvip through this dream, Shankaracharya went elsewhere, inspired with devotion. E Rudradvipe Haya Rudraganastana Heta Rudragana Gaura Guna Karegana. The 11 Rudras reside here in Rudradvip and chant the glories of Gaura. Shri Nila Lohita Rudragana Adipati Mahanande Nritya Heta Kare Niti Niti. Shri Nila Lohita Shiva, the leader of the Nila Lohita Rudras, always dances here with great joy. So, of course, Rudra is an expansion of Mahadev, Shiva, in this mundane world, but in fact they are all devotees. Rudra Nritya Deki Akasheti Devagana Anandete Karesh Shabe Pushpa Parishana. Seeing the dancing of the Rudras, the gods in the sky joyfully shower flowers upon them. Kadachet Vishnu Swami Ashitik Vijay Rudra Dvipe Rahe Ratre Shishya Ganalaye. Once Vishnu Swami, while conquering all directions, came to Rudradvip with his disciples and stayed the night. Hari Hari Bale Nritya Kare Shishakana Vishnu Swami Shruti Stuti Kare Napatana. The disciples danced, chanting Hari Hari, and Vishnu Swami recited prayers from the scriptures. Bhakti Alochana Deki Haye Aharashita Kripakari De Kadila Sri Nila Lohita. Seeing this devotional discussion, Sri Nila Lohita Shiva was pleased and mercifully revealed himself. Vaishnava Sabhaya Rudra Haila Upanita Deki Vishnu Swami Ati Haila Chamakita. Upon seeing that Shiva had arrived at a Vaishnava assembly, Vishnu Swami became completely amazed. Jada Judi Stavakare Vishnu Tatakshana Jadra Haila Rudra Palena Vachana. He immediately joined his palms and prayed to Shiva. Melting with compassion, Shiva spoke to him. Tomara Vaishnava Jana Mama Priya Ati Bhakti Alochana Deki Tushta Mama Mati. All you Vaishnavas are very dear to me, and my heart is delighted to see your discussion of devotion. Varamaga Diba Ami Haya Sadaya Vaishnavaya Deya Mora Kichu Nahi Haya. Request a boon, and I will kindly give it to you. There is nothing I do not give to Vaishnavas. Dandabata Pranamai Vishnu Mahashai Kara Judivara Mage Premanandamai. Filled with divine love, Vishnu Swami bowed down, joined his palms, and requested a boon. Hey Varadeha Prabhu Ama Sabakare Bhakti Sampradaya Siddhi Labhi Atapare. O Lord, give us the boon that hereafter we will establish a school of devotion. Parama Anande Rudravara Karidana Nija Sampradaya Bali Kari La Akhyana. With great joy, Rudra granted this boon and named the school after himself. So, of course, this is one of the Sampradayas, Vaishnava Sampradaya, the Rudra Sampradaya. Say hi te Vishnu Swami Sriya Sampradaya Shri Rudra Namete Khyati Diya Nache Gaya. Vishnu Swami thus named his school the Sri Rudra Sampradaya and danced and sang. Rudra Kripa Bale Vishnu Estane Rahiya Bajile Shri Gaura Chandra Premera Lagiya. By Shiva's mercy, Vishnu Swami stayed here and worshipped Sri Gaurachandra, aspiring for divine love. Swapne ase Sri Gauranga Vishnu Re Balila Mama Bhakta Rudra Kripa Dhomare Haila. Sri Gauranga came to Vishnu Swami in a dream and said, my devotee Shiva blessed you. Danya tumi nabadvipe paile bhaktadana Shada dvaita mata pracharaha eikshana. You are fortunate to have attained the wealth of devotion in Navadvip. For now, preach pure non-dualism. Katadine habe mora Shuddha Dvaita. So Shuddha Dvaita is the thesis that is preached by the Rudra Sampradaya, and especially Vishnu Swami, of course, is the leader of that Sampradaya, after Shiva, of course. But, and that was his main thesis, the Shuddha Dvaita, pure non-dualism. Katadine habe mora prakata samaya, Shri Balabhabata rupe haibe udaya. Later, at the time of my appearance, you will appear as Sri Balabhabata. Shri Chaitre amare tumikari darashane, Sampradaye shitapabe giya mahabane. You will meet me in Sri Chaitra. Later go to Mahavan and establish your school. O he jiva Shri Ballabha Goloke Kana, Tumi Tata Gele Pabe Tara Darashana. O jiva Shri Ballabha is now in Gokula. When you go there, you will meet him. So, of course, Nityananda Prabhu has ordered Sri Jiva, after studying properly under the tutelage of Madhusudan Vachaspati in Varanasi, he will learn properly how to fully describe and explain the conclusions of the brain stopped. Jai Parikashi Shigu Gora Chandragira Juki Jai. Prabhuji, Prabhu, can you close the curtains and put his turban like this over his ear?
How do you want it to be?
So a turban goes over the ears.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The Vedanta Sutra. He's going to learn the Vedanta Sutra properly from Madhusudana Vachaspati in Varanasi, and then he will go straight to Vrindavan. Jai Mahaprabhu, Jai Giraju Ki, Jai. Jai. Beautiful Mahaprabhu. Beautiful Giraj. Okay. And so then he's saying, when you go there, when you go to Vrindavan, when you go to Kokula, you will meet Vallabha, Sri Vallabha, and he is Vishnu Swami. Etabali Nityananda Dakshina Bhimuke Paradanga Shri Puline Chalilena Suke. Saying this, Nityananda happily walked southbound toward Paradanga through Shri Pulina. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. Jai Gurudev. Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Puline Jaya Prabhu Nityananda Rai. Shri Rasa Mandala Dira Samira Dekai. Passing through Shri Pulina, Nityananda Prabhu showed the devotees Shri Rasa Mandal and Dira Samira. Bale Jiva Edeka Nitya Vrindavana. Vrindavana Lila Heta Paya Darashana. He said, O Jiva, see here eternal Vrindavan and its pastimes. Vrindavana Shuni Jiva Premeta Vivala. Nayanete Vahe Dara Dara Prema Jala. Hearing of Vrindavan, Jiva became overwhelmed with divine love, and tears of love streamed from his eyes. Mahaprabhu looks, the way his dhoti is looks very dancing.
Yeah.
Dancing Mahaprabhu.
And it matches the backdrop. The animals are dancing too.
Wonderful.
Dhanyavad Didi.
Okay, Dhanyavad. We'll see you tonight.
See you tonight.
Are you bringing that for Kirtan at the school?
Yeah. We're gonna go to war against misconception.
Prabhupada Shri Gauranga Lai Bhakta Jana Estane Rasa Bhaja Karila Kirtana. Nityananda Prabhu said Shri Gauranga chanted verses about Rasa Lila here with the devotees. Maharasa Lila Stana Jata Vrindavane Tata Estana Jiva Janavi Puline. O Jiva, this place on the bank of the Ganga is the place of the great Rasa Lila in Vrindavan. Nitya Rasa Haya Heta Gopi Gana Sane Darashana Kare Kabu Bhagyavana Jane Daily the Rasa Lila happens here with the gopis. Sometimes fortunate souls see this. Ihara paschime de kashidira samira, bhajanera stana e shuna ohedira. See Dira Samira, see Sri Dira Samira to the west. O wise one, hear about this place of worship. Bhaje Dira Samira, Jai Jamunara Tire, Se Stana Heta Ganga Pulina Bitare. The place known as Dira Samira on the bank of the Jamuna in Braja is present here on the bank of the Ganga. Dekite Gangara Tira Vastutananai, Gangara Paschima Dare Shri Jamunavai. Actually, you do not see the bank of the Ganga here. The Jamuna flows on the west side of the Ganga. Jamunara Tire E Pulina Sundara, Ataeva Brindabana Bale Bishwambara. This beautiful bank is on the shore of the Jamuna. Thus Vishwambar called this place Vrindavan. Vrindavane Jatastana Lilara Achaya, Se Sabajana Hajiva Estane Haya. O Jiva, know that all the places of the pastimes of Vrindavan are present here. Vrindavane Nabadvipe Kichunahi Beda, Gora Krishne Kabunahi Karibe Prabeda. There is no difference between Vrindavan and Navadvip. And one should never differentiate between Gora and Krishna. Gora meaning Mahaprabhu. Mahapave Gara Gara Nityanandarai, Vrindavana de Kaiya Jivelayayai. Exuberant with intense ecstasy, Nityanandarai revealed Vrindavan to Jiva and then took him ahead. Katadure utarete kariya gamana, Rudodvipe se ratri karila japana. They went a little ways north and spent that night in Rudradvip. Nitai Janavapada Jahara Sampada, Nadia Mahatmya Gaya Se Bhakti Vinoda. Bhakti Vinod, whose wealth is the feet of Nitai, and Janava chants the glories of Nadia. And now we've come to chapter 16, Shri Bilvapaksha and Shri Bharadwaj Tila. Jai Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Jaya Jaya Nadiya Bihari Gaura Chandra, Jaya Eka Chakrapati Prabhu Nityananda. All glories to the reveler of Nadia Gaurachandra. Reveler means one who's playing there. All glories to the Lord of Ekachakra, Nityananda Prabhu. Jaya Shantipura Nata Advaita Ishwara, Ramachandra Purabashi Jaya Gadadhara. All glories to the Lord of Shantipur, Advaita Acharya, and the resident of Ramachandrapur, Gadadhar Pandit. Jaya Jaya Goda Bhumi Chintamani Sar, Kali Yuge Krishna Jata Karila Bihar. All glories to the land of Goda, made of pure spiritual gemstone, where Krishna performed pastimes during the Kali Yuga. Shri Javani Parahaye Padmara Nandana, Kichudure Giya Bale Deka Bhaktagana. Nityananda Prabhu crossed the Ganga, went a little ways ahead, and said, "O devotees, look. Vilvapaksha Nama E Stana Manohar, Bela Pukariya Bali Bale Sarvanar." Thus, this enchanting place is named Bilvapaksha. Everyone calls it Bel Pukariya. Prajadame Jara Shastre Bale Bilvavana. Navadvipe se Stana Kara Darashana. See here in Navadvip, the place which the scriptures call Bilvavan in Brajadam. Panchavakra Bilva Kesha Achila Hitaya Akapaksha Bilva Dale Aradiyataya Brahmana Sajana Kade Tushila Tahare Krishna Bhakti Varadila Taha Sabakare. Shiva, the Lord of Baal, resides here. After a group of noble Brahmins satisfied him, having worshipped him with Baal leaves for a fortnight, Shiva gave them a boon of devotion to Krishna. Se vipragana maje nimbati dityachila vishesha kariya panchav vaktre aradila. Amongst the Brahmins was Nimbaditya, who worshipped Shiva exceptionally well. Nimbaditya. Kripakari Panchavaktra Nahilaktakana Egrama Prante Ache Divya Bilvavana. Mercifully, Shiva said to him, on the edge of this village is a divine Baal forest. Sevana Majje Chatushana Ache Jyane Tadera Kripaya Tava Habe Divya Gyane. The four Kumaras are meditating in that forest, and by their grace you will attain divine knowledge. Chatushana Guru Tava Tandera Sevaya Sarva Arta Labhatava Haibehetaya. The four Kumaras are your gurus, and through their service, you will attain everything here. I want to read these verses again. So lovely. Mercifully, Shiva said to him, on the edge of this village is a divine Baal forest. The Baal trees are. The four Kumars are meditating in that forest, and by their grace you will attain divine knowledge. The four Kumaras are your gurus, and through their service, through serving them, you will attain everything here. Atabali Maheshwara Haila Antardana Nimbaditya Anveshana Karipayastana. Saying this, Shiva disappeared. Nimbaditya then searched and found the place. Bilvavana Majede Keveri Manohara Chatushana Bashya Chetahara Upara Shanaka Sananda Arishi Sanatan Shri Sanat Kumara Rishi Charajam Vridakesha Sanidane Anya Alakshita Vastrahina Sukumara Udara Charita. In the Baal forest, he saw the four Kumaras, the sages Sanak, Sananda, Sanatan, and Sanat Kumar, seated on a beautiful platform beside Shiva, unseen by others. They were unclothed, very young, and of noble character. Of course, the four Kumaras, you know, they don't wear any clothes because they're only very little. Like Kumar means under 5 years old. But they're so noble, so high sages, and great devotees. Deki nimba ditya chacha parama kautuke Hare Krishna Deki bale suke. Greatly excited upon seeing them, Nimbaditya Charja happily called out, Hare Krishna, Hari Nama Shuni Kane Dhyana Banga Haila Samuke Vaishnava Murti Dekite Paila. Hearing the name of the Lord, their meditation broke, and they saw the form of a Vaishnava in front of them. Vaishnava Dekiya Shabehaya Hrishtamana Nambaditye Krame Deya Alingana. Seeing the Vaishnava, they were pleased, and one by one they embraced Nimbaditya. Ke tumi ke nava hetabala paricha. Ke tumi ke nava hetabala parichaya. Tomara prarthana mora purabanishaya. Who are you, and why have you come here? Please introduce yourself. We will certainly fulfill your prayers. Shuni nimbaditya dandabata pranamiya. Nija parichaya deya vinita haya. Hearing their words, Nimbaditya prostrated and humbly introduced himself. Full dandavat. Nimbarkera parichaya kariya shravana. Shri Sanat Kumara Kaya Sahasya Vadana. Upon hearing Nimbarka's introduction, Shri Sanat Kumar spoke with a smiling face. So now, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is changing the name of Nimbaditya to Nimbarka. And Nimbarka Swami is the leader of the Sampradaya of the four Kumaras. Kaligora haibe janiya kripamai bhakti pracharite chitte karila nishai. Knowing that Kali Yuga would be dark, the merciful Lord decided to preach devotion. Charajana bhakte shakti karya arpana bhakti pracharite vishve karila prerana. He empowered the four devotees and sent them to preach devotion throughout the... Oh, did I miss something? He empowered four devotees and sent them to preach devotion throughout the world. Sorry, I did read that wrong. Ramanuja Madhva Vishnu Eitina Jana Tumita Chaturtaha Bhakta Mahajana. Ramanuja, Madhvacharya, and Vishnu Swami are three of them. You are the fourth of these great devotees. Shri Devi Karila Ramanuja Angikara Brahma Madhvacharya Rudra Vishnu Keshvikara. Lakshmi Devi accepted Ramanuja, Brahma accepted Madhvacharya, and Shiva accepted Vishnu Swami. Amaratomake aja janinu apana shishyakari danya haye prayojana. Today we have met you personally. We will make you our disciple and thus become fortunate. This is our purpose. Purve mora abeda chintaya chinurata kripa yogi sehi papa haila duragat gata. Previously, we meditated on non-duality, but by the grace of the Lord, such sin has left us. Ebe Shuddha Bhakti Ati Upadeya Jani Samhita Rachana Karyachi Akakani. We now understand that pure devotion is supremely relishable, and we have written a scripture about it. Sanat Kumara Sanghita Ihara Namahai Emate Dikshatavahai Benishai. Its name is Sanat Kumar Sanghita. You will certainly be initiated into its teachings. Guru Anugraha Deki Nimbarka Dimana Avilambe Avilambe Ailakari Bhagirati Snana. Seeing the grace of his guru, the wise Nimbarka immediately bathed in the Ganga and returned. So Bhagirati. Bhagirati is another name of the Ganga because of this pastime that we've heard about King Bhagirath. Sastange Padiya Bale Sadainya Vachana Eyadami Taranata Patita Pavana. He prostrated himself and humbly said, O Lord, Savior of the fallen, deliver this lowly soul. Chatushana Kaila Shri Jugala Mantra Dana Bhavamarge Upashana Karila Vidana. The four Kumars gave him a mantra to worship the divine couple and taught him how to worship on the path of love. Mantra Labhi Nimbaditya Siddhapitastane Upashana Karilena Sanghita Vidane. Receiving the mantra, Nimbaditya performed worship in this holy place according to the teachings of the Sanat Kumar Sanghita. Kripakari Radha Krishna Tare de Kadila Rupera Chataya Chaturdika Alohaila. Mercifully, Radha and Krishna revealed themselves to him, and the luster of their forms illuminated the four directions. Mridu mridu hasi mukhe bale navachana dainya tumi nimbaditya karile sadhana. Gently smiling, they said, "Oh, Nimbaditya, you are fortunate. You have performed worship here." Ati priya navadvipe ama dohakara heta dohe akarupa sachira kumara. Navadvipa is very dear to us. Here we are present in one form as a son of Shachi Devi. Balite balite kora rupa prakashila rupa deki nimbaditya vivala haila. As they spoke, they revealed their form as Gauranga. Seeing this form, Nimbaditya was overwhelmed. Bale kabu nahi deki nahi shunikane ehena apurva rupa ache konakane. He said, "I have never seen or heard of this extraordinary form anywhere." Kripakari Mahaprabhu Bali Latakana E Rupa Gopana E Bekara Mahajana. Mahaprabhu then mercifully said, "O great soul, for now, keep this form a secret. Pracharaha Krishna Bhakti Jugala Bilas Jugala Bilase Mora Atyanta Ulas." Preach devotion to Krishna and the pastimes of the divine couple. Their pastimes are my greatest joy. Jai Samaye Gora Rupra Prakata Haibe Shri Vijabilase Tabe Badaranga Habe. When I appear in the form of Gora, I will find great pleasure in pastimes of scholarship. Se Samaye Kashmira Pradeshe Janmalaye Brahmibe Bharatavasha Digvijai Haye. At that time, you will take birth in Kashmir and travel throughout the land of Bharat, conquering all directions. Keshava Kashmiri Name Shakale Tomai Maha Vidyavana Bali Sarvatre Tegai. Everyone, everywhere will call you Keshava Kashmiri and praise you for being highly learned. Brahmite Brahmite Nabadvipe Dame Ashia Takibe Tumi Mayapura Grame. While traveling, you will come to Nabadvip Dham and stay in the village of Mayapur. Nabadvipe Bada Bada Adyapaka Gana Tavanama Shuni Karibeka Palayana. Hearing your name, the greatest scholars in Nabadvip will flee. They suddenly have an appointment. they don't want to meet him because he will defeat them so hard. Amita takana vidya bila se matiba parajia toma shabe anandala biba. At that time, immersed in pastimes of scholarship, I will defeat you and feel great great pleasure. Saraswati kripa bale jani mama tattva Ashraya Karibe More Chadiya Mahatva. By the grace of Saraswati, you will understand my identity. Take shelter of me and give up your pride. Bhakti Dana Kariyami Tomare Takana. Bhakti Pracharite Puna Kariba Prerana. Then I will give you devotion and send you to preach devotion again. Ataeva Dvaita Mata Prachariya Tushtakara Eve More Gopana Kariya. So for now, satisfy me by preaching the conception of dualistic non-dualism and keep my identity secret. So Dvaita. There's oneness, and within that is so much variety, but a divine variety. And this was the preaching of Nimbarka Swami. Of Jabe Ami Sankirtana Aramba Kariba Tomadera Mata Shara Nije Prachariba. When I start my Sankirtan pastimes, I will preach the essence of your conception. Madhvahaite Sharadvaya Karibe Grahana Akahaya Kevala Advaita Nirashana. I will accept two essential principles from Madhvacharya. One is his refutation of exclusive non-dualism. So from each of the sampradayas, the Lord accepted two principles. These are the two essential principles of the teachings of those acharyas from each sampradaya. And from Madhvacharya was exclusive non-dualism. Krishnamurti Nitya Jani Tahara Sevana Seita Dvitiya Sarajana Mahajana. O great soul, know the second essential principle, to be serving Krishna's deity form, knowing the deity to be eternal. It's not some temporary thing. The Lord is eternal and he's appearing as the deity. So those were the two from Madhvacharya. Was exclusive non-dualism and the service of the deity and the understanding of the deity. Ramanuja Haiteyami Lai Duishar Ananya Bhakti Bhakta Jana Seva Ar. From Ramanuja I will take two essential principles, exclusive devotion and service to the devotees. Vishnu Haite Duishar Kariba Svikara Tadiya Sarvasva Bhava Raga Marga Ara. From Vishnu Swami, I will accept two essential principles, surrender to the Lord and the path of love. Toma Haite Laba Ami Dui Mahashara Ekanta Radhika Shraya Gopi Bhava Ara. From you I will accept the two most essential principles, taking shelter of Radharani and exclusively serving in the mood of the gopis. Atabali Gora Chandra Haila Adarshana Preman Nimbaditya Kata Karila Rodana. Saying this, Gaurachandra disappeared and Nimbaditya cried profusely with divine love. Guru Pada Padmanami Chalete Shantara Krishna Bhakti Pracharite Haila Tatpara. Nimbaditya then bowed at the lotus feet of his guru and traveled elsewhere, intent upon preaching devotion to Krishna. Dura Haite Ramatirtha Jivera Dekaya Kola Shure Kala Haladara Badila Jataya Karilena Ganga Snan Laye Jadugana Rukmapura Balinama Prakasha Ekana. From afar, Nityananda Prabhu showed Ramatirtha to Jiva, where Balaram killed Kolasura and bathed in the Ganga with the Yadus. This place is now known as Rukmapur. Navadvipa Parikrama Eyakashesha Kartika Mashete Tata Mahatmya Vishesha. It is at one end of the route to circumambulate. It is at one end of the route to circumambulate Navadvip. It is especially glorious during the month of Kartik. Vilbapaksha Chadi Prapulaye Bhaktagana Bharadwaja Tila Grame Kare Arohana. Leaving Bilvapaksha, Nityananda Prabhu and the devotees went to Bharadwaj Tila. Leaving Bilvapaksha, Nityananda Prabhu and the devotees went to Bharadwaj Tila. Nityananda Bale Stane Munivara Ailena Deki Tirtha Sri Ganga Sagara. Nityananda said the best of the sages, Bharadwaj Muni, visited Sri Ganga Sagar and then came here. Heta Sri Gauranga Chandra Kari Aradhana Rahilena Katadina Muni Mahajana. The great sage stayed here for some time, worshipping Sri Gauranga Chandra. Tara Aradhane Tushtahaye Bishwambar Nicharupe Deka Dila Sadaya Antar. Satisfied by the worship of the sage, Vishwambar revealed his form to the sage with a compassionate heart. Munire balila tava ishta siddhahabe amara prakata kale amare dekibe. He said to the sage, your desire will be fulfilled. You will see me at the time of my appearance. E katabali prabhu haila antadhana paradvaja mahapreme haila agyana. Saying this, the Lord disappeared, and Bharadwaj Muni fainted with intense divine love. Katadina taki ei tilara upara anyatirtha darashane gela munivara. The great sage stayed here for some time on this hill and then went to visit other holy places. Lokete baru idanga bale e stane Mahatirthahaya e Shastre Ravavidane. People call this place Baruidanga, and the scriptures say that it is a great holy place. Balite balite shabe jaya mayapura agubadi laya shabe ishanata kura. While speaking, the party arrived at Mayapur. Ishan Thakur came forward and received them. Ishan, of course, living in the home of Shachi Devi. Mahapreme Nityananda Karena Nartana Shakala Vaishnava Meli Karena Kirtana. Nityananda Prabhu danced with intense divine love, and all the Vaishnavas joined together and chanted. Jagannatha Mishralaya Sarvapitashar Namasaha Jata Sri Gauranga Avatar. The home of Jagannath Mishra, where Sri Gauranga descended with his name, is the best of all holy places. Saidina Prabhu Grihe Prabhu Rajanani Vaishnava Ganere Anna Kaulyana Apan Kaulyana Pani. That day, the Lord's mother personally fed the devotees in the Lord's home. Kiyananda Haila Tatana Kaya Varnana Mahashamarohe Hai Namasankirtana. What sort of joy arose there? It was indescribable, and the Nam Sankirtan erupted tumultuously. Nitai Janava Pada Chaya Jara Asha E Bhakti Vinoda Gaya Nadia Vilasa. Bhakti Vinod, whose aspiration is the shade of Nitai and Janava's feet, chants the pastimes of the Lord of Nadia, of the Lord in Nadia. So this, we've come to chapter 17, Sri Jiva Goswami's questions and Sri Nityananda Prabhu's answers. So for today, we'll stop today. Lots to do here in the temple today. Another Mahotsava coming up. Well, it's here, but we're going to have the program in the evening. All right. So tomorrow we will hear Sri Jiva Goswami's questions. How important will they be? And Sri Nityananda Prabhu's answers. How important will those be? Jai Sri Navadvip Dham Mahatmya Ki Jai, and Sri Navadvip Bhavatarangi, which we will continue this to read. Sri Navadvip Bhavatarangi. By the grace of Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur and our Guru Varga. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yaravaya Namaha. Yaravaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Giridhari Gopinath Madanamon. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Radha Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath. Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath. Hey Jai Gosai Kori Charanavandan. Jai Te Vignana Shavista Puran. Hey Jai Gosai Jamuitanda. Tansa Bada Bada Renu More Panchagras. Tandra Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanivas. Janame More Abhilas. Hey Jai Gosai Jabe Braje Kolaba. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Korila Prakash. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaj Vrindavan. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majrayaman. Shri Guru Vaishnava Parapadma Koriya. Hari Nam Sankirtana Kohe Narottamada. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Enitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Haribo. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jai Saparika Shishi Guru Gaur Chandagiri Raju Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Paribrajakacarya Statera Sri Shivan Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Paribrajakacarya Statera Sri Shivan Srila Bhakti Rakak Sri Dardev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Madhacharya Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Sad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshad Shriman Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Saparshad Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Misha Mahamahotsava Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Tadiya Sakama Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mission Ki Jai. Kol Kartal Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Samaveda Vaishnava Mandala Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai. Nittai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Jai. Jai. Dhanyavad. Hari Bol.